All right, all right, all right. Friday night. Friday Night Lights. How you guys doing tonight? Coach Micheal Burt. I believe everybody needs a coach. I believe a good coach can change your life. I believe those that have a coach earn 3 and 4 times the amount of money than those that don't. I believe a good coach brings strategy, perspective, creativity. So I just finished a boxing workout in the garage here at our house in Florida. We're down here doing a health coaches couples retreat. And I was listening to things and doing some boxing and working out tonight, getting some movement in. And I thought, it's Friday night. Why don't I come on and do a Friday Night Lights long form version, right? Of just talking about. And I kept thinking, like, what am I going to talk about? I got the new book coming out, Flip the Switch. Thank you so much. Our numbers have jumped up on Amazon, but we need you to keep going, man. Keep getting that book, folks. Whether you buy 1 copy or 10 copies, because we're trying to hit something big. Thomas C. Davidson, he's opening a country bar there in Murfreesboro. I saw you, Tommy. So tonight we're going to talk about how do you create a better life. Okay, how do you create a better life? Todd Taylor, thank you for committing. Thank you for committing. How do you create a better life? Tim Story was at my lodge this week. Tim Story, celebrity life coach, and he gave a talk to our hunting club members, which is this kind of entrepreneurial coaching group that we bring to the lodge. And he was talking about all of these celebrities he had worked with and how he had talked to their parents, and he asked their parents what did they want to be when they grew up. And he went right around the group, like Brad Pitt wanted to be an actor and an architect, and Kanye West wanted to be an artist and designer. And what he said was their parents actually told them they could do it. They told them they could become it, and they believed they could go do it. And I left that night and I thought, why don't people believe, Daniel Hodges, they can create a better life? And how do you get a better life? Okay, so I started thinking and playing around with this concept. How does a person create a better life? Focus on the key word, create. Right? Create. And the way we create a better life is we start creating. And I go all the way back to when I was a young basketball coach I was always in the business of creating. I was always curious. But I didn't think, Tyson, about traveling the world and speaking and writing books and coaching people, and I didn't think about these things that I do today. And somewhere along the way, I just had a big revelation. Man, I can have a better life. I can create a better life than what I currently have. And I didn't say this at the time, but I felt it. I felt like, man, I'm a level 10 person. I got a big engine. I got a lot of drive and passion. I got a skill and a talent. Where can I take this? And I started getting around people who thought bigger, which is a very important part of this equation. The first step to creating a better life is being open and growth-minded versus closed-minded, right? And it was closed-minded people are negative. They're not open to possibility. They don't put themselves in the rooms around bigger people. They don't expose themselves. They really just kind of bitch and complain and hate on people who have better lives. But the truth is, they could actually learn something from those people, just like I did. So I started going to coaching clinics at 18 years old. I got around a guy named Don Meyer. I love the person that always puts the little hateful emojis on there. I don't know who you are, but thanks anyway. It doesn't bother me at all. I started getting around people who were very skilled. 18 years old, Don Meyer, David Lipscomb University. And I started seeing with my eyes, exposure, how they play at that level. And I was so impressed. And then he said, go read these books. And I went and read these books. And I started getting interested in my potential. Now, if you're out there and you're watching this, why wouldn't you be interested in your potential? Why wouldn't you believe that you could have a better life? Why wouldn't you think that? It probably has a lot to do with fixed mindset, right? Do you have parents that have fixed mindsets? Have you Have you stagnated? Have you reached a plateau in your life? Have you given up on opportunity? Do you spend a lot of time worrying about what other people are doing? Like, at the end of the day, the way you create a better life is you create. And that starts with, in my opinion, it starts with exposure. Exposure to people who are doing bigger things than you. And you turn all of that envy and all of that resentment and all of that negativity into intrigue, into curiosity, Catherine Bass. You turn the envy, the jealousy, the whatever kind of emotion you have toward the people you don't like, you create interest, right? How do you create a better life? You go back to creation. And I believe we were all hardwired by a creator that put a creativeness in us to create and not isolate, but to literally go out and create. So for me, 18 years old, get around other coaches, opening my mind, started going to coaching clinics. And I still remember I had a neighbor named Gail Stoner who was a professional speaker. And I went over to his house and I knocked on the door and I said, Gail, they tell me you're a professional speaker, man. I think I would like to speak for a living. What do I need to do? What rooms do I need to be in? Who do I need to get around? What skill do I need to have? So let's put these into some steps. Number one, you got to get interested in your own potential. Open the mindset up. Number two, you got to get in the room and be exposed to somebody operating at a higher frequency with you. Number three, you got to skill up. You got to find a primary skill. I talk about this in the new book, and because there's a chapter called Pretenders and Contenders. And you got to skill up. Big time people recognize skill in other people. They respect skill. They open the door for you to bring your skill. So you find this primary skill. You have a long cycle of practice in that primary skill, right? You get in the game in that skill, and you get results with that skill, okay? And so what happens there is money follows skills. The people who are the most skilled make the most money. So you typically have a long cycle. See, in Pray Drive, there's 3 phases. That activation, I saw it at 18 years old, right? I got around it. He told me, go buy the book 7 Habits. I went and bought the book 7 Habits. And I'm like, man, this is life-changing material. But I didn't stop there, Ryan Siak. I started getting in a room. I started being trained by the best people. I started being interested in my potential. I started opening my mind. I started thinking. But if you would have come to me at 25 years old and said, man, you could be a multimillionaire, you could travel around the world and coach people, I would have just looked at you like, what? Like, what do you mean? Like, I'm a high school basketball coach, okay? But I felt, I'm going to speak to all the coaches, because I think all of the coaches out there would be incredible for our insurance agency. Fortitude. Fortitude is strength in the face of adversity. Fortitude is Pray Drive. That's why I named the insurance agency Fortitude. So I'm going to be going after coaches. I'm going to be inviting coaches to have a better life. I'm going to show them how to make more money. I'm going to show them how to use their skills from the coaching business over in the insurance business, whether it be part-time or on the side hustle. And I'm going to show them how to take a side hustle to a main hustle, okay, if they have a desire to do that, just like A.L. Williams did, who was a football coach. And built Primerica. And so when you're out there and you're thinking, what steps do I need to take to create a better life? Well, you're on here tonight. It's Friday night. Step 1. I got to get in the room. I got to build a skill. I got to refine the skill. I got to have a remarkable boldness by asking people. Like on the new book, I picked up the phone and called Ed Milet. Will you endorse the book? Tim Grover, will you endorse the book? Sharon Lecter, will you endorse the book? Brad Lee, will you endorse the book? Right? I started reaching out to people. Tony Giarratana in Nashville, will you endorse the book? See, remarkable boldness with a great skill removes any fear that you have. And so what you start doing is you start getting in these rooms, and it gives people a chance to go, you have a skill. And that skill is valuable. Money follows skills. That's why I say you don't got to find your why. You need to find a skill. And then you need to find a problem. And once you find a skill and once you find a problem, like Don Cullum, who's on here, he was with me back when I was just getting started in the speaking and coaching business, when I was coaching people just trying to figure it out, right? Like a lot of you guys have watched me over a series of 10 years just keep going every day. And I just told my wife a minute ago, she's like, why you got to go out and do a video? It's Friday night. And I'm like, you know what? For the people who don't get it in the morning, I'm trying to have a best-selling book. I've never had a Wall Street Journal bestseller. These people are going to help me. I'm going to exchange value with them, and I'm going to invite them to help me. That's remarkable boldness, man. And I said, that's why I got to go do it, because the people watching on Friday night ain't the people watching it sometimes in the morning or on the weekends. So it's just this relentless. So how do you create a better life? Is you get interested, you get in the room, you find a skill, you figure out which problem that skill can solve. You have a long obedience with that skill over a long cycle of time. You add this remarkable boldness, Angie Hopper. You add this remarkable boldness, and you just keep showing up. And you look at those habits of the top 1% of the performers that are in the book. I think it's close to the last chapter. I go through these habits of the top 1%. Intrinsic motivation, grit and resilience, connection to people, remarkable boldness, okay? And the ability to lock in. But all of this starts with just being open-minded versus closed-minded. Okay? I was in Omaha, Nebraska last week speaking. And I go all over the world and speak. And I can tell when a person is open-minded, growth-minded, or fixed-minded. And you see the people who are fixed-minded, they're not even open to having a better life. It's like, this is it. This is all I get. And if you're a level 10 person stuck in a level 4 opportunity, or a level 10 person playing at a level 4 level, then the only person we really have to blame is ourselves, man. So at 31 years old, I go, look, this has been a great run. Thank you to all the players. Thank you to all the coaches. It's time to go create. Create what? A better life. Create more opportunity. Create hopes and dreams. Create success schools for kids. Create greatness factories. Now, I didn't know all that at 31. I just knew I'm supposed to be doing something bigger. And I'm sure if you're out there, you know you're supposed to be doing something bigger, right? Still got audio there? Make sure I got audio. All right. I mean, you know you're supposed to be doing something bigger. It's like something on the inside of you going, hey, man, what's next? What's next? How do I play at a higher frequency? What rooms do I need to be in? So it came up several times today because I got all these health coaches down here. And one of them said, I bought a ticket to this to be in the room with you in an intimate setting. And I guarantee you, after day one, every person is thinking bigger. See, they got around it. I said, how many of y'all been to watercolor? Saw these beautiful houses. Boom. No, I have, right? Just seeing them exposes your mind. Or when you come to the lodge, it opens your mind, right? Or you come to an event, it opens your mind, right? Because I want to create a better life. So just focus on the word create. Focus on the word initiate. Focus on the word, when in doubt, I take an action. Right, Diva? When in doubt, I take an action, Daniel Hodges. When I don't know what to do, I do something. I don't sit in inertia. I don't hold. I don't wait. Right? I don't sit. Okay? As Story would say, we sit, we settle, and we cement. And once we cement, it's awfully hard to undo that cementing. So if you're a level 10 person, if you're hungry for a better life, a better way, reach out to me. Okay? And whether it's to get involved in our coaching business and let us coach you or guide you or come to an event, that could be one step for you. If you're out there and you're looking for a better vehicle and you want to get involved in the insurance businesses that we own, that's a way for you to do it. And if you're a coach and you're looking for more income, like all the high school coaches, elementary coaches, all the people out there, Joshua, who feel like they have a skill but they need mentorship and guidance. Maybe you've been trying to do it on your own and it ain't working. And you just say it ain't working, right? I want a better life. How do I get in a room with people? I told a guy today who lives in Texas. I said, man, are you stuck living in Texas? Because if you could come to my lodge on the 9th and let's open up your dreamer at my visioneering event, right? When you think about that, concept, and you say, man, I want a better life. I want to create something. I'm a level 10 person. I'm stuck in a level 4 opportunity. I want to play at a higher level. See, when you start thinking that, act on that, man. Act on that. Joshua said, create a sense of urgency. Pick up the phone, text message somebody, follow up with somebody. When in doubt, take an action. And now, in the new book, my editor, because I had great editors for this book, and the editors really take your work. What's up, Mama? and they make it better, right? And the editors come back with questions. Why did you say this? What does this mean? I don't understand this. And one of the things my editor kept saying is, why do you say, when in doubt, take an action? Because my whole life, I created a better life for myself, not by thinking about it, but by acting on it. That is prey drive, right? I have an instinct. I think there's an opening. Boom, I'm going for it. Right? And I'm going to push, and I'm going to create force and velocity. And because of that force and velocity, I'm going to create a lot of opportunity for other people. Like, I watch people who go out and try to do some of these things, and they don't get in that ecosystem and flow with people who could clearly make their life better. And it's just, it's not a wise move, man. You need to get in there with people who you can draft, and who create so much opportunity. There's leads and possibility and potential. And you need to get rid of all the people who are discouraging you, or you have a negative feeling about, or, right? You can't create a better life when you're constantly involved in drama and negativity and people who don't support you, or you can't support them, or whatever feeling you got, right? So I encourage you to get the book. It's called Flip the Switch, Cynthia. You can get it at Amazon. I'm going to post a link in just a minute. You can get that. When you get it through the link I'm posting, you get a lot of freebies. You get a virtual seat to my event on the 9th called Visioneering. It's coming up. It's going to be incredible. We'll get you into Stan Medina. We'll get you into our 3-night Pray Drive series. We'll get you to the Lodge. Stan bought 10 books. So I want to thank you for that, Stan. What's up, Dustin Babbitt? We'll get you to the Activate event on the 13th. And I called it Activate because, man, so many people, they need that dreamer activated. They need that possibility activated. Okay? Because some people think it, some people go do it. And it's like, what did they do? They're not smarter. Maybe their skill is stronger. Maybe their confidence is higher. But what they really do is they take a lot more action. And that's why I'm constantly breaking down these principles, man. Objects at rest stay at rest unless acted on by an outside force. When in doubt, take an action. It all goes to zero at midnight. There comes a time when winter asks what you did all spring and summer. It's going to be a fight, but we're going to find a way to win. Okay? And then we're just going to keep coming, man. We're just going to keep coming. We're just going to keep getting in the game. We're just going to keep showing up. We're just going to keep pushing. We're going to keep believing, right? And that's really possibility. So if you're out there and you know you got more possibility than what you're showing, you're struggling to find your X factor, you're struggling to package it, you're struggling to market it, you're struggling to monetize it, just message me, right? And we'll reach out to you, and we'll just do a call with you, and we'll figure out, man, how we can help you. Because there's a bigger B in your life, guys. Does anybody have any questions tonight for me? It's Friday night. I'm in Watercolor, Florida. I'm at her house. What's up, Myra? Ken, what's up? There's the outdoor area, man. It's so beautiful down here. And relaxing and peaceful in Watercolor, Florida. If you ever get a chance to come to a boot camp with me down here, or a retreat, you need to do it. Because the people that come have some serious breakthroughs. Any questions tonight? I'll play any pitch and catch with you. We're talking about how to create a better life. How many of you are creating a better life right now for yourself? You're making moves like Maya. You're getting in the room with people. Okay? My current biggest challenge, Stan, is freaking hitting his bestseller list with this book. You've never done anything, I tell people, until you try to move 10,000 copies of a book. Okay? And it's really an odd thing, because you would think all the people you've helped in your life would just buy it to support you, even if they don't even read it. I've got some books, Stan, that I don't even read. I just look at them. Like at night when I'm winding down back at our house in Tennessee, I open up the drawer. The Magic of Thinking Big. It wasn't even a very good book. The title was a great title. When I left my house there for a period of time, I had a concept called Wealth Can't Wait. Over in my office, I may have a 10X or 7 Habits, or, so the biggest challenge I'm facing right now is, one, just continuing to give enough value that people will go purchase the book in support of what we're trying to do. Number 2, building the Greatness Factory in downtown Nashville. It's a big project. I've never built a commercial structure from start to finish. It's a I don't know how much, $5 to $7 million project. It's a big project. So I'm learning a new capacity. Third biggest challenge is we're generating leads, and we need more people to work those leads. That's why we would be interested in certified coaches helping us close deals and coach people, because we're actually generating more leads than we can get to. So when you see me do like 3-night pray drive challenge I'm doing next week, that's why I'm doing it. I'm doing it for awareness. Okay? Thank you, Cynthia. Thank you, Lily. Good to see you. Come back around, Lily. I'm looking for you. So I'm doing it to build awareness, man. First step is to become known. Once you become known, it becomes a whole lot easier to help people. And if you stay obscure, I think if you stay obscure, okay, then you can't help people. So Cynthia just messaged me if you guys are interested in coaching in any of our programs or certifications. The first time we've ever done that, and it's mainly to solve the problem of so many leads and not enough people to help. Okay, so that's the problem I've got, is there's too many people to get to and we can't get to everybody. So we really want to help coaches or people that want to coach. We want to teach them how to coach, and I'm kind of coach that group. I'm calling it my little Navy SEAL group, which is a group of people that I pour into, and we teach them how to pour into other people. So the only way to scale a coaching business is through certifying people and having more coaches. And I'm finally ready, after 15 or 20 years of doing this, ready to do that. So if you're interested in that, reach out to me, and we will give you some information about that. When it comes to becoming known, I think you become known for something. Like people know me because I'm relentless. I have a high pray drive. That's why I wrote the book Pray Drive. So what do you do to become known? You write books like I have. You be on podcasts like I do. You build strategic partnerships. You move and circulate. You create more value than what you charge for. You be known and seen. Like in the old days, they would tell you, Maya, just get out there. You just got to get out. You just got to get your name out there. Well, in Person of Interest, I go, what are you going to be known for? What is your X factor? How do you package it? How do you market it? How do you monetize it? And people struggle with packaging and market. This is a form of packaging, right, Diva? Me doing these, then we take them and turn them into YouTube videos, TikTok shorts, Instagram reels, but it's content. And so I was just working out tonight, and I thought, man, what could I talk about tonight? What is this new book about? Ed Milet said, what problem does the book solve? And what's up, Karen Green? And I said the book solves the problem of complacency. For those that want a better life, the first thing that's got to happen is the pray drive has to be activated. Okay? So Maya, the way you become known is you just move and circulate. And you don't need more money, you need more people. The more people you interact with, the more they introduce you to more people, the more leads you have. The more leads you have, the more people are buying your books. It's just a cycle of movement and circulation with something to say that is valuable. I do rest, Diva, more than probably people think I do. I typically get a good night's rest of at least 7 to 8 hours. I work like an artist, athlete, or entertainer. I rest, I practice, and I play. So I'm in a retreat right now, tomorrow, with couples that are down here. But then, Sunday, I'll wind down, decompress, take a day off, regroup, get my creativity back. But I do take one day off a week. And that day, I just do whatever I want to, right? I just literally do whatever I want to. What's up, Travis? So, all great questions, guys. You got any more questions tonight? These are great questions, man. How do you have a better life? How do you create a better life? Okay? All right, Mama's telling me I got to go because the little one, I got 2 little ones in there. So, love you guys. Everybody needs a coach in life. Thank you for being coachable. Thank you for buying my new book. I'll post a link. Every book matters. We jumped almost 300 copies last week, and that's big. I think we're probably at 2,500 copies sold. We're trying to get to 6,500 to 10,000 before the book comes out, and I cannot do it without you. Now, you start buying in bulk, work it out. Diva bought 250 copies, and I went all the way to Omaha, Nebraska, and spoke for that. So it's time to negotiate if you want to buy some of them books, all right? Love you guys. God bless you.